what your chances of success are. Momentum, purpose, and impact. I think I just have one of the most powerful lessons you could ever learn. You're judged anyway.
I'm Cass.
And I'm Kathryn.
The problem is most of you think about just saving your marriage. You don't understand what the impact will actually do. Privileged way of thinking. And
we're Morrow Marriage.
Let's flip divorce statistics with the new marriage.
Welcome to the Morrow Marriage podcast, guys. And today I want to talk about what your chances of success are. Now, we've talked about this a little bit before, but before we get into it and really hit it home for you, just remember, Kathryn's new book is out. I don't know if we've shown it.
I don't think we have.
Yeah, guys, this is the pretty book here from Kathryn. Look at it.
Isn't it pretty?
Look at it. It's gorgeous, actually. Sparkles. It looks like sparkles. Behind the White Picket Fence. This is for you women. Disrupting Divorce. The New Man is my book. Now, here's something that we've learned, and I just want to give you guys, since we're talking about success today, I want to give you guys something. A lot of you don't have a partner that's on board, okay? And when you DM me looking for my book, I'm not sure if this is happening with you yet, honey, but what I typically do is I try to find out if your husband's on board or not, because it's a lot of women that are asking. If it's a man, I kind of just direct you right to the book and then give you some training that you can use to start implementing right away, which can obviously move you forward. And why this is important when we're talking about success is because you don't have success unless you actually move, okay? Now, this is a plan and a strategy that's worked extremely well. Rather than just forwarding and sending out a reel of mine to piss off your husband, okay? It's passive aggressive. We talked about it recently on an episode. What many women are doing is they're reading my book. Now, you can use and implement some of the tools and systems I've created for men. However, I never could have prepared myself for this, honey. The amount of women that are like, thank you, I understand my husband. And knowledge is
power.
Power. And what's crazy about that is you now have power to move yourself forward. Then in the gaps, I want you to listen to our podcast around your partner. Okay. If you're a man, you could do the same thing because, your partner might get upset, guys. I can't believe that but here's the thing, right? You could be like, yeah, I can appreciate where you're coming from, but I am learning a lot from man, Cass, about who I need to be. Woman, Kathryn, and who I need to be. Okay. Then as a woman, you can definitely dive into Kathryn's book, Behind the White Picket Fence. Both are available on Amazon, Disrupting Divorce and Behind the White Picket Fence. Now, why is that important? Again, I want to hit this home. What are your chances of success? Most people are going to fail. And I'm going to tell you why. Because what's our success rate, honey?
100% if you do the work.
100% if you do the work. Let me say it again. 100% of you will be successful if you do the work. Case in point, that last episode that you just listened to, the guy quit. He joined, okay? He moved, sounded good, didn't it? Then he got into a fight with his wife and he doesn't want to leave her. Well, you're 100% successful at fucking failing, okay?
I want to clarify. So that my 100% success rate, if you do the work, comes from my old fitness and nutrition company, where if you continue to put in the work, you are going to have success. The only people that ever failed in my program were people that gave up. Now, it's important to recognize that there's a small percentage of people in the Marriage Reset and in the White Picket Fence Project that they have indeed done the work and their husband or wife still left. And that's because you can't control your partner. You can only influence them. And there are some things that come into play, whether maybe you were too abusive and your wife cannot forgive you. Maybe your wife just chooses not to forgive you and chooses not to do her own work. Maybe there's mental illness involved, addictions involved. There are reasons that will come into affecting that 100% success rate. And so we don't actually have a 100% success rate. I don't want you guys to think that this is a magic pill, snake oil.
It's not.
Nothing like that. But if you continue to do the work, it's impossible to fail for most of the time.
Here's the thing, but you take it to the next step further. Let's say you have somebody who will not stop hitting you, okay? And I don't care if you're talking man or woman. I'm going to leave that very vague, let you guys decide, okay? At the end of the day, maybe you do have to leave. Now you have the skills to never invite this type of person into your life. You know how to place protection of the direction of where you're going. I'm being careful here. I'm not saying boundary, but you would look at it more like boundaries in the start of a new relationship. Are you successful then? Well, yes, you are. Because you didn't know what you're doing, and now you do know what you're doing, okay? So for those people, I have a man in my program. He's one of my mentors. Incredible man.
Incredible.
And his wife.
I'm pretty sure I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, and his wife joined your program. She didn't look at the first or second exercises of the program, was online in the course, of course. And she said, I already know everything. Continue to go through There's nothing, continue to go through like Reddit and just talk trash, hang out with people that supported and validated her trash, like, listen, you can't control it. I get it, but you can't control who you are, and how you deal with that. Maybe you got to think about co-parenting there. And then what are you going to do with the next one? And
the point he's trying to make is that this man that he's talking about is still very successful. No, he did not save his marriage. No, he did not keep his family together. But the man that this man has become is unbelievable.
It's unbelievable. He's even going to film a new section of my course, go deeper into the nice guy stuff. He's so excited. Anyways, you have to figure out what you define as success. When you get on a call with me, I say, what's your definition of success? And almost no man can answer it, or they pump their tires with their money. Okay? Or they talk about a happy family and they don't even have one. And they're afraid to even say, and it doesn't mean you're a failure. It means you haven't figured out how, right? And I would say our definition of success is health, wealth, relationship. We can break this down even further, and we can talk about core values and this and that. And then, are we achieving? Yes. And those are kind of the big three areas. Our clients, we want the same for. Why? Because you come to us to save your marriage. I'm putting that in quotes, okay? But really, you're creating a new marriage. But what are you really learning? You're learning how to be a leader. You're learning how to have rapport, build rapport, connection. You're learning how to, you call it communicate, we'll call it conversation. You're learning how to inspire and lead, okay? Like steps to actually be the leader. You are learning how to bring passion into your own life, because you're right now currently focused on just the problems, right? So now you become valuable. You're learning how to bring intimacy on all levels back restored in your life with whom you choose to do that. If you don't think that that's success based on just a you principle right now, then you're losing. Call a divorce lawyer. But when you can take care of you, and 100% of you can take care of 100% of you, you might need help. I'm going to dare say that you can read our books, you can take our courses, but if you don't take the coaching, you're going to be in your own reality. Your perception is going to be skewed.
Coaching is huge.
Coaching is massive. There's a reason why I do 21 calls a week, right? They're available for you so you can do it, get the feedback. Okay. Like there's a reason why Kathryn has the right people doing the right things in her coaching. Okay. We do this specifically because we know what works, but 100% of you, what are my chances of success? 100% of you can achieve based off the principles of owning you. In my program, create the new man. In your program, do you want to say create the new woman?
Stand in your own strength.
Stand in your own strength, okay? So that's for women, standing in your own strength. You don't know the power that you have. Men, you've let yourself be influenced and led around by your feelings, by your wife, not knowing, I heard a great quote today from somebody. One of the calls, somebody wanted to join my program, and it was like, it's not that men are like women now, but they don't know how to be a man, okay? And I thought that was very powerful. This is the reason people are fighting all the time, right? You need to know what masculine and feminine is. You need to know what leadership is when it's time to follow. This goes both ways. We work together. So I want to encourage you. A lot of the programs, the gurus out there, they're going to get you with your, we have this incredible success rate, 90-day fix. Money back guarantee. Listen, I call horseshit, because I'm not even going to talk about your partner for a second. Are you going to do the work? Mm-hmm. Are you? I want to say it one more time. 100% of you will have a 100% success rate if you understand this starts with everything you can take control of yourself. All those things that I mentioned earlier. Rewind, listen, and then learn how to follow through and continue to influence. Most people don't have the patience after the years of the pain and the trauma. What do you always say, baby? You say something like, I would never leave this man. Nobody's going to put in this work.
Yes.
And then it doesn't feel like work. When you love what you do, it's not work. You apply that expression to your job. You're not even realizing it's the exact same thing in a relationship, yet you listen to society brainwash you, saying marriages are work. You guys got to get a handle on this. If you do what you love, it's not work. Fuck, I love you.
Oh, I love you.
All right, guys. See you next time.
Bye.